Hello, this is Jeremiah with Artisan Windows and Doors. Today I'm going to be showing the difference between the NovaTech 650 and the NovaTech 301. I'm also going to explain some of the features of NovaTech's doors over any of the other sliding glass doors that I can get. The primary feature being that these are the only sliding glass doors I can get where they come with an aluminum cap that covers over the threshold on the bottom. They have two different styles of caps because the sill design on them is different, but that aluminum cap is a nice thing because of course when foot traffic is going over this, if there's some sand on the track or something and you step on it, it might gouge the track in spots, or a number of different things could do that. This hard aluminum cap just covers over that vinyl. It doesn't scratch nearly as easy. It protects the vinyl, and if it ever did scratch or anything like that, it could easily be replaced. Where if the vinyl scratches, you've got to remove the whole entire door to fix that. So it's just a nice feature, and NovaTech's the only doors I've ever seen that have the aluminum covers like that. There's quite a bit of difference between these two doors. They're both very nice doors. They're both lifetime warranted. They both have about the same energy efficiency because they use the same glass, and both the frames are very thick frames, and they're both vinyl frames, so same thermal conductivity for both of them. The 650 is a little bit thicker of a frame, so it has a little bit more insulation value, but hardly any. Most of the energy efficiency is in the glass, and that's the same on either one. They're both going to have low E glass, so they're going to reflect the infrared heat from the sun and keep that out. And they're both 1-inch insulated glass unit, so three-quarters of an inch of argon space in between, and that argon is going to provide high insulation value. So we'll go over the differences of them now. The primary difference between the two is in the panels themselves. If I pull both the panels out, it's easy to see the difference in dimension between the two panels. So this is the 301. It's got a narrower 2-inch style and rail, so you get a little bit more glass with the 301. The 650 has a 2.5-inch style and rail, so a little bit less glass, an inch difference in width and height. They also have a different level of reinforcement inside the panel. You can see that the 650 has about an 1/8 thick steel, and the 301 has probably I would say like a 25 gauge steel. So a little bit of a difference in strength there. Another difference between the two is the lock assembly itself. You can see on the 650 here, it's got a much bigger lock assembly than the 301 has. They both come with the same handle, and I actually usually get them with a different handle than you see here. I get them with a more contemporary handle. The 301 has just this one little hook that throws up. Pretty simple mechanism. The 650 has a larger double lock, so it's got both a hook on the top and a hook on the bottom here. So arguably twice as strong of a lock. Now the frames are quite a bit different. This is the 301 frame. The 301 frame is what they call a capture sill or a pocket sill. It's got a U shape inside of it, and any water that hits the panel, I'll put the panel back in real quick. Any water that hits the panel will go down into this pocket, and you can see here you've got a track, and if I remove this track, I can just, on the sample window, the sample frame, I can just slide it out of the way. You can see here that there's a little hole that they punch into the bottom of the track. That's for water to drain out, and what that water will do is it'll go down into a drain system, and then it'll come out these doorways here. So it does drain the water that gets in that track, but it does capture that water initially before it drains it out. It's an older style design. One of the benefits of this design is that they fusion weld the corners, so all the corners are welded, which is a nice thing to have. And then also this this depth is a 4 9/16 depth, which is very, very common for entry doors, swinging doors to be, and a lot of sliding glass doors are that dimension that are already existing in homes. So it's like a perfect replacement for the thinner frame depths. We can fit these doors, the 650, which is a thicker frame, we can fit those as well. It's just a different situation. You put some trim on the outside to do it. It's got a stainless steel track. It's just a vinyl extrusion that they put inside here, but they cap it with a piece of stainless steel, so it's very durable. Overall, it's a really thin frame that you can see once the panel's in. It gives you quite a bit of glass. That's the primary thing that people that choose to use the 301 like about it, is just that since everything's so narrow on it, you just have quite a view. So that's the main benefits of the 301 there. This one's the 650. You can see that the sill design on it's quite a bit different. It slopes to the outside pretty aggressively, so this design sheds water really well. You can see that there's two walls that keep water from getting back inside the house, and quite a big cover over the outside track. And then even if water did get inside the frame, it can still drain to the outside. So it's just a very good design. It's going to shed a lot of water. It's thick. It's pretty low profile. You can see it's a much bigger keeper that the panel locks into. Another benefit of this design, the 650, is this tower here. Since it's raised up, the wheels ride up and out of the dirt and debris. So the wheels are able to stay cleaner, easier. They don't get captured like they do on the 301. And you can see that the panel itself has a U shape. And that U shape has weather stripping in it, normally in these grooves here, that will hug around this tower. I'll put the door panel back in there so you can see that. This here on the top, this gray portion here, that's some of the weather stripping. And you can see if this had the weather stripping slid into those grooves, it would be hugging around this portion of the track. So that's another nice thing about it, is water can never really get up and around that, and you've got two layers of weather stripping that seal against that tower. And then on the sides of your door, you've got two layers of weather stripping that seal around the panel from the door frame itself. So it's a good design there. Gives you an idea what that looks like. The 301, since it's a little bit less material, it's a little bit less expensive. 650, more material, more expensive. They're both very installer friendly, so it's the same labor either way. And you're going to be served well with either one of them. It's just really a matter of what you prioritize about the design, which features of the design that you like better. I can also show these in person. I carry them around with me if you want to see one in person or have any questions or anything about it. That's the primary differences between the two. Thank you for your time.